Hi, good afternoon. I am joined by Monica Lisa, and we both work at the ILO. I work at the ILO in Brussels, the International Labour Organization, and Monica works as a program officer in our International Training Center in Turin. And Monica will talk about the SDGs a little bit. Could you tell me first a little bit more about the Learn for Deaf partnership?
Yes, hi Fleur, thanks for inviting me. Well, Learn for Dev is a network among several agencies, cooperation development agencies at the national level and also international agencies, coordinated by the European Commission. There are about 10 agencies working there together. We have different groups, expert groups within the network, so we have specific focus, like I'm part of the knowledge management and knowledge sharing group, but then there are others like the one on organizational learning, the one on climate change, gender. There are about, again, 10 groups, more or less. So people from different agencies with different mandates focus around the same topic and try to share resources in terms of, finance, but also human resources and time, most important, in order to work together and design and develop services and products together. We believe that this is a big richness, of course.
Absolutely, absolutely. How do you think the Learn for Deaf network can contribute to reaching the Sustainable Development Goals?
Okay. Well, I think nowadays working together is not discussable anymore. I think that we all know that the development challenges are so complex that any individual approach is not acceptable or is not going to work. It's not sustainable. No. So do we have to work together? Do we have to collaborate or not? It's not under discussion anymore. What's still under discussion is how do we do that? How do we actually work together? How do we ensure that this happens? What type of strategies do we follow, and so on and so forth? And we are having the same continuous reflection within the network as well. As I said, we meet by expert group quite often, but we also have an annual meeting once a year in June in different cities. So this is also the reason why I'm here. I came to the annual meeting of the Learn for Dev network, and there is also a core group in this Learn for Dev network that met few months ago in Madrid, and they were exactly working on which direction the network should take in order to better serve the 2030 agenda. So how can we actually, as a network, contribute to the agenda? It was an interesting exercise where different future the forecasting, different forecasting methodologies were applied in order to identify different scenarios and define or somehow co-design our approach for co-working in order to better contribute to the goals, to the sustainable goals.
And does each one of the goals is considered as important and
I don't think I can tell you that there is one identified as a priority compared to the others. First of all, because as I said, there are agencies with different mandates. We also have this focus group, which focus on different thematics. So I think that the groups are going to work on the different, on all the goals all together. Again, we consider the fact that we are together as an added value, and I would like to stress the fact that it's based on the idea that we trust each other very much. Trust is the concept behind our partnership. Therefore, it's something that can change over time, the way we work together and what we are going to focus year by year. So it might be that 1 year we focus on a particular goal and then but we don't have any at the moment.
Okay, but it's growing, more and more deep, and it's getting more and more integrated, I understand.
For sure. Actually, what we have realized is that we have to try to involve also more agencies from non-European countries. We do have UN agencies, the World Bank is also represented, but we have a few other agencies that come from out of Europe. So we are trying to involve countries like Korea, India, and so on and so forth, so that we really would like to see the network growing at the world level and not just at the European level. And by the way, it's called the Learn for Dev because let's say the foundations, the bricks that sustain the network are all related to learning, and the idea that without learning, we don't provoke any change, and without change, we cannot contribute to the agenda.
Excellent. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you again. Thanks.